All right. Good afternoon and happy Friday. Welcome to What's Happening at ACC. I am Lee Watts and I am here with our COO of the Academy of Creative Coaching, Mr. Jay Hurt. Hello,
Good
Jay.
afternoon, Lee. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm good. It's Friday. How could I not be good?
I know. And you're not on the golf course on this beautiful Friday afternoon in Atlanta, Georgia?
Not yet. Not yet. We have to quantify that, right? Have to qualify that. Not yet. Not yet.
All right. Well, I will not hold you too long so we can go ahead and get started on what's happening at the Academy of Creative Coaching. So I love doing these interviews with you, even though I think this is only our second or third one, but I enjoy it because, of course, we talk about things that are coming up at ACC. We talk quite often, but I almost feel like as we're talking, we're both getting ideas for new things. Like, you know what, we need to do that too. So this is a great session for us as we're presenting to everyone else, but also getting excited internally about some things that we want to launch. So thank
Absolutely.
you for joining. So the past 2 weeks have been really exciting because we came out with something really new that honestly I think it is going to really change. um I this sounds so dramatic, but change lives, but also
Mhm.
change our company, but just opens up opportunities for everyone. And that is, we have collaborated with a company to offer financing for our coaching academy. So Jay, you want to talk about that? I know you were very helpful in spearheading all of this.
Absolutely. So, no, I agree. I do think it's life changing, right? Because there are lots of folks out there that would love to be a part of a coaching program, and sometimes finances are the main challenge, right?
Right.
And learning to be a coach, learning to do some of the other things around what we do, right? Learning the Jedi training and the mastermind training and leadership skills and those types of things. They really are life changing and they're impactful in your career and in your life and in all the work that you do, right? So
Right.
creating this opportunity with a partner that we have, Coach Financing, um, to give an opportunity to all those folks out there that would love to be a part of our training. I think it really is. It's a step that's that's going to change the course of our business, and I think it's going to impact and change the course of people's lives. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So essentially, if you go to our page, there are financing buttons all over our page now. Probably the easiest place to find it is to go to program designs, because that's where you'll be looking to sign up. And on the program designs page, if you go to the weekend intensive or the all online design, you'll see a button that says financing. Sign up for financing here. Click that button. It'll take you to our page. You'll go to
Right.
that page and you will apply. So you'll get a soft credit pull, which means there will be no impact to your credit score, and you'll get an answer within 60 seconds if you're approved or not. When you are approved, what happens is there are a plethora, literally, of lenders that you will be approved with, right? So you'll get multiple approvals. You'll get different terms. You'll get different interest rates depending on your credit score. You'll get different term offerings, whether it's 12, 24, 36, 48 months, whatever it might be. Um, and you'll be able to pick the lender that works best for you, right? There'll be, some work that we'll do on our end, some paperwork to take care of you, but it's really seamless. We've already had folks approved and already set up for courses, and we've only been live for a little over a week. So it is a great next step in creating the opportunity that you really want for your life, and to make the things happen that you want from a coaching aspect.
I love it. I love it. And I think you may have mentioned this, but one of the things that stood out for me as I was reading more about it was, first of all, you get a fast response, and I think you did mention that, but it's
Mhm.
you get a very quick response. And then it's a soft inquiry. So, some people are worried about, I don't want this hit, I haven't made up my mind, but so everything about it is just easy. It's private. It's not, I love it. So, and it's also perfect timing as a lot of times people in academia and just other places, the summer slows down a little bit, and you think about some other things that you can do to just advance your career, some professional and personal development. So this is perfect timing. So I love it. I love it. So please, you all, check out this option on our website, and we will put the link in the chat as well. So let's, as we're talking about upcoming intensives and we're pulling together cohorts, let's talk about some that are coming up. So
Absolutely.
we're already at the end of April. Can you believe it? So we have
I
one
know
start this week, correct?
the year is going really fast. Yes, we have one going right now as we speak. So people are
Mhm.
learning how to become amazing coaches. Um, we have intensives coming up the weekend of May 12th through the 15th. That intensive starts at 8 a.m. Eastern on May 12th. We have another intensive May 19th through the 22nd. That one starts at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. A couple more that I'll mention. We have an intensive June 2nd through the 5th. That one will start in the Eastern time zone, 8 a.m. Eastern. And finally, June 23rd through 26th, that one is Mountain Time. I will also mention there will be one the last weekend of July. That is a PCC weekend intensive. So for those of you who already have an ACC um, associate certified coach designation through the academy or through another program and you want to get your PCC, you're interested in that, come check that out, right? It's a great way to get that PCC course done in just a weekend. And we would love to have you. So, yeah, some
Wow.
great intensives coming up.
So speaking of intensives, I want to talk about a partnership that we have discussed previously, coaching for everyone, but want to talk about it a little bit more and remind people just what an amazing, first of all, mission they have, and secondly, just what we're doing with them. Um, you will hear more about this on Wednesday at noon Eastern. We'll actually be interviewing the president and founder and executive director of Coaching for Everyone, Victor McGuire. So he'll be with us this next week. But Jay, so tell us a little bit about Coaching for Everyone and what ACC is doing with them.
Sure. So, for those who may have missed previous conversations, so Coaching for Everyone is a 501c3 organization that their mission is to empower people of color, right? BIPOC folks that are interested in coach training. And, what we see a lot in our industry, and Victor will talk to you more about this, Lee, but what we see a lot in our industry is that BIPOC folks are on the fringes. There hasn't been the opportunity for us to learn more about coaching, to be a part of the coaching industry. And there's so much value here, right? Like I spoke about a moment ago, it can really be life changing. It can be really impactful. And there's so much richness that someone can get from going through coach training. So CFE came up with this great mission to align with the academy and to drive opportunity, whether it's through your organization or through fundraising, whatever it might be, to create a bit of an opportunity from a financial standpoint, right? So you'll have an opportunity to save some money, go through the CFE partnership, you'll come through ACC, you'll get our training. There are lots of other goodies that are a part of this partnership with CFE. So if you get the opportunity, go to their website, coachingforeveryone.org. Definitely sign up for a call, book a call with them. You can book a call with us and have that same discussion. And we work together and we create space for BIPOC populations to really get a foothold in the coaching industry. So we'd love to have you be a part of it. Definitely check us out.
I love it. I love it. And not only are we available and interested and just excited about partnering with an organization like this, we have other opportunities and definitely willing to speak to other organizations that have similar missions where they realize they want to coach and offer that certification and those opportunities to either their members or to their companies, but they need a kind of a vessel to kind of help make that happen. So we're definitely open to working with various organizations. So think about that. Like if you are part of a professional organization, you might be a co-working space and want to be able to offer that as part of the membership. There's so many ways that you can use coaching as a value add for a company. So
Absolutely. And if you don't mind, I'll add one more thing on there. So kind of as you mentioned there, Lee, there are some spaces out there in the retail sector, in family and children's services, in corporate spaces, in IT, right? Hospitals, lots of areas where there are opportunities for people to get coaching to add to their resume to really help grow within an organization, right? If you're looking for leaders and you want to grow leaders, teach them, have an opportunity to get them coach training, right? Because coach training is a really necessary step to empower leaders, empower future leaders. And, we can do things like organizational intensives and, work together to partner to create the right pricing and the right space for that. And also, more importantly, and this can happen through CFE as well, right? So we can create organizational intensives through CFE where you can bring your entire organization through CFE if that's something that you're interested in, and obviously with your organization bringing specific populations through CFE. So we'd love to have you, Lee. You already touched on some of that, but I just want to make sure everybody knew that we could bring an entire organization or entire department or whatever that looks like to get that training.
yeah, yeah. And I know we need to move on from this because but this is such a big topic, I think, and so critical, especially for those, again, folks that are listening to us that may be in HR or some type of decision maker at your company, because we know companies are going through a really hard time right now. I was just reading an article about just throwing more money at employees is not enough anymore. Like you
Mhm.
can't just keep giving them more money and expecting them to stay. They need something more. They're looking for collaboration opportunities, mentoring, and if you added like that coaching element, how much you can retain your employees or even attract new employees. So companies really have to get creative now about what they offer and how they engage with their employees. So I think coaching is a natural addition that they could add. So
Absolutely, without question.
yeah. So a couple I feel like we've been talking a long time, but we haven't. We got a few more
We're
things that
good.
you
We're
guys need to
good.
know about. So, one of the things that I think people forget that we have is self-paced programs. And again, I'm glad we're talking about this today because we're going into the summer. You may say, listen, I don't want to do a whole weekend intensive because it's intense, but I do want to get some things done. I want to learn more and I want to do it at my own pace. So talk to us about self-paced programs and why and how they're different than some of our
Sure. Sure. So the self-paced course is a course that's built around the same content that we offer in the weekend intensive or the all online. The difference is, so you're working towards certification only, right? So, let's say you really want to learn more about coaching as a practice and you want to learn more about the content. And ultimately, you may want to get credentialed. But right now, credentialing is just kind of not in your path at the moment, but you'd love to get certified. Our self-paced programs, whether it's the 4 module program or the 8 module program, either of those would be great for you. Again, the same content that you get in the other courses. There's some levels that you get in the other courses that you don't get in the self-paced. But if you're looking for that certification, it's a great option. Another place where it's a great option, if you are going through a college program that has coaching in it, right? I've found that a lot of folks come to us that want to do more research around coaching, that might be in a PhD program, or I just spoke with someone yesterday that was in a master's program for coaching, and she was interested in the self-paced for this specific reason. So it's definitely there as an option, and certification is a great way to start with coaching.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. I love it. So that is definitely an option. And then the other thing that I want to talk about, which I know is coming up and we're going to be offering, and I will be in the front seat with my pen and paper ready because I want to learn how to do this better or more or just get some help around this, is masterminding. And I know you are really good at this. You do this a lot. So, can you tell us about what we're putting together and hoping to launch in the next couple of months?
Sure. So we have mastermind training as a part of our weekend intensive, but we're putting together something a little bit more extensive and offering a separate mastermind training, a standalone mastermind training, right? So um, personally, I have been doing masterminds now for, gosh, I guess 6 years. As a facilitator, I've facilitated over 400 folks, I think, at this point. I've done countless hours of masterminds. And the mastermind is a powerful, powerful tool, right? So if you're in an organization and you want to get, oh gosh, I don't know, you want to get better results out of your sales teams. We could show you how to do masterminds that you could get better results out of your sales teams. And being a former sales guy, I know that often leadership in organizations, they have this cookie cutter way of thinking that everybody does things the same way, right? And it's just not true. But a mastermind can help each individual find their niche, find their strength, and what they need to do to grow, right? So that's an example. It could be in any area, right? I know that we had really great success having a mastermind with a social services team, right? And
Mm.
people thinking outside the box and coming together and bringing these ideas together. So just a really brief overview. Essentially, a mastermind is something akin to group coaching where you're working with the entire group and you're trying to help individuals achieve big goals, overcome challenges, gain clarity. So it's a great tool that you can use really in any setting, whether it's your individual practice, whether it's inside of an organization, it could be inside of a professional association. That's a great place for masterminds as well. So lots of opportunities with mastermind. So we look forward to seeing you at our mastermind training, which will be coming up just a little bit later here in the summer.
Yes, yes, yes. So that's exciting. Let's see. I have two more things I want to talk to you about. And the one I don't know enough about it, so you're gonna have to like I'm gonna, pick your brain a little bit more. But
I
let's
got
talk
you.
about Creative Coaching Accelerator.
Sure. So this is another program that we are launching this summer called the Creative Coaching Accelerator.
Hmm.
And what it is, we find that when people come into coach training, they all have one question. There's one common thread with everyone that we speak to that wants to go through coach training. That thread is everybody wants to know, how do I get clients, or how do I get more clients? Or even if I have more, how do I get more than the more that I have, right? How do I
Right.
continue to grow this client? How do I start? How do I get bigger? Well, one of the things that we've found is, so we have a lot of great content inside of our intensives, right? Inside the ACC weekend intensive and again in the PCC weekend intensive. But there's another level. And what we found is that there's another level through pulling the intelligence and the wealth of knowledge from the folks that are working within our organization, right? So all of our credentialed instructors have thriving coaching businesses, right? So we're going to pull them in. I've already talked to some people that are outside of our organization that are a part of coach training companies that want to be a part of this. Pardon me, not coach training companies, coaching companies, right? Because there are companies out there that hire coaches,
Right.
part of companies like that. And we're going to pull in lots of folks from different places. And our goal is to make sure to grow everyone inside of this accelerator to at least a six-figure coaching business or more,
Wow.
right? So that's
Nice.
the goal. That's what it's all about. It will be a membership, and we look forward to having you be a part of that as well. So be on the lookout for that. That will be popping up on our site soon. It'll be all of our social media. Coaching for everyone is a part of it. So we look forward to getting that going.
Ooh, that's exciting, exciting, exciting. I love it and so needed, so needed.
Yes.
Um, Before I go on to our last topic, I was just thinking about, I was listening to a podcast yesterday and it was about coaching. It was a coach speaking, and she was saying, a lot of people talk about life coaching. The industry is oversaturated. And she said, but all you have to do is date for 6 months and realize there are a lot of people in this world that need coaching.
I could see where that was going. You could see. So people that are watching, whether you're watching live or the replay, could you see the roller coaster and the cliff going over the end? I could see that. I could see that. So yes, I agree with her.
Oh, yes. So for those of you who may be watching that are not just haven't decided you want to get certification or wherever you are in the process, there's plenty of work out here for you. So everything that we're
Absolutely.
talking about, make sure you register and get your certification and change the world, help the world out,
Yes,
help the
absolutely.
dating community out.
Right.
So,
Help the day. And hey, Lee, so there aren't too many doctors, there aren't too many mechanics. So we could say everything is oversaturated, right? But it's really not. There are opportunities for coaches. And to be quite honest, I was speaking with someone at the ICF about this. We think that we're on the lower end. We think that there's space for about 3 to 4 times the number of coaches in North
wow,
America alone.
wow. And then when you add on top of it, I know we talked about this earlier, how because I know Victor has the stats on this, and we'll bring it up on the show Wednesday. But just the number of minorities in the coaching industry, which is low, and how many people need that perspective when they're being coached. And not saying that you can't coach people of a different ethnicity or religion, but we need that perspective in the industry.
Absolutely. And this is so here's a simple fact, right? We relate to people that look like us and feel like us, right?
Right,
It doesn't that's no slight to anyone else, but
right.
that's there's a fact there, right? So we need more people that look like us in all spaces. So we want to create that space in the coaching industry. We love everyone, but we want us, we want our folks to be loved in this space too, and we're going to make sure that happens.
Yep, yep, yep. So more on that later. And then finally, want to talk about another offering that we're going to be able to present to people through our program. And we know that this, it kind of relates even to the Creative Coaching Accelerator. There's so many revenue streams that can come out of coaching, and one of them is writing a book. How many times have we heard people, coaches, say that they need to write a book, they're going to write a book? Well, we're going to make it really easy for you. So we have a publishing company that we work very closely with, thanks to our president and founder, Dr. Pamela Larde. And so, Jay, do you want to elaborate on that opportunity that we're going to be able to present?
Absolutely. And let me just say, Lee, I didn't mean to make you laugh. I just got like 6 emails at one
I
time. I haven't gotten
know.
an email in a half hour, and then all of a sudden, ding, 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 like what is going on, right?
I saw
So
your eyes like,
I'm
what?
like, what is happening? Yes. So anyway, it's
The
all
life
good.
of a COO.
I guess. They could have waited then. so so yes, talking about the opportunity for coaches with writing. So we know that there are lots of folks out there that love to write and they would love to publish a book, right? So our sister company, Tandem Light Press, is a publishing company, right? So we have created an opportunity between the two companies that coaches that go through our coach training program get an opportunity for a discount with Tandem Light Press, right? And just a little bit about TLP. So Tandem Light Press is a full service publishing company, right? So from getting started, from doing your graphic design, doing your editing, giving you writing tips. We have retreats. Let me mention that Tandem Light Press has a retreat coming up June 10th through the 12th, right? So if you're interested in going on a writing retreat, go to Tandem Light Press on social media and check them out, and get information about that. But yeah, so it's really important, for those who are interested in writing or wanting to grow their business, right? Because think in terms of this, right? I know several coaches who have written books on coaching that we now use, ACC uses as textbooks, right?
Mm,
So there are lots of opportunities there that you could, grow something, create something, whether it could be a workbook, a manual, something that you want to write for your coachees, whatever that looks like, right? We can create that space with Tandem Light Press. So something to consider. Definitely reach out to us for that. We'd love to have a conversation.
yes, absolutely. And just, I love that ACC really helps their coaches get set up for success. And this is just an opportunity for them to, make the most of it. And one of the things that, oh, someone is on the chat is talking about, wow, this is amazing. I'm so glad. I think they're on our LinkedIn, and I think her name was Denise. I was looking on a little bit earlier, but I say this often when I'm teaching the marketing courses and things, that you can be brilliant. You can be brilliant. You can know a million things. You could be amazing. But if nobody knows about it, what happens? And so I love that we give these opportunities for people to know more about what you've just learned through the coaching academy and how to
Exactly.
maximize it. So
Exactly.
awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So we got a
Yeah,
lot coming up in woo in the summer. We got a
we
lot.
do. We
So
do. We're going to be busy.
we're going to be busy, so we're going to hold on and make a real impact in the world, and that is one of our goals. So we're excited to do that for you all. So I am going to go ahead and again put in the chat more for those of you who may have missed in the beginning. Financing, we have collaborated with the company. You can get some financing both for um, the coaching academy, and as we mentioned, even the publishing company. And it's not just for just that course, because there's a lot of things that have to come after that, that you need to build your business. So this is an awesome opportunity for you to be able to do that. So we're going to leave that link in the chat below. Don't forget about visiting us on Wednesday at noon Eastern to learn more about coaching for everyone. We're going to interview Victor McGuire. We have the mastermind training coming up. If you want to do a self-paced program, we have intensives coming up. You're going to be able to publish a book through us, and the coaching accelerator, creative coaching accelerator, so you can maximize your business, your coaching practice. So much
Yes.
happening.
Yes. I think that's enough. That's
Yes,
enough for now.
yes, that's enough for today. So thank you so much, Jay. This has been amazing. Thank you for taking time out. I release you to go to the golf course and
I wish it were that simple. I release me to my next meeting in eight
I
minutes.
heard those six emails coming through, so you probably
Yes,
won't get there right away, but wishful
absolutely.
thinking, wishful thinking. All right. Well, you have an amazing day and weekend, and we will chat with you all soon. Thank you.
All right. You all have a good one.